So, take a moment right now. Test your grip. Shake your own hand firmly. Try opening a jar. Does it feel noticeably weaker than it did a few years ago? Are everyday tasks requiring hand strength becoming genuinely harder? If so, don't ignore it. It's your body sending a signal. Because how well you can hold on to things today, literally, might just tell you how well you'll be able to hold on to a healthy, independent life in the years ahead. Alright, let's dive into sign number 3, your balance, specifically, your ability to stand on one leg. Honestly, how often do we think about balance? Usually, not until it starts slipping away. But here's the eye-opener. Researchers have found that being able to stand steadily on one leg for at least 10 seconds is one of the strongest predictors of how long and how well you'll live after 70. People who stupended life in the years ahead. Alright, let's dive into sign number 3, your balance, specifically, your ability to stand on one leg. Honestly, how often do we think about balance? People with balance face higher risks, more falls, more injuries, and sadly, studies even link poor balance to faster cognitive decline. But those who maintain good balance deep into their 70s, 80s, and beyond, they tend to live longer, healthier, more independent lives. It's not just about not falling, it's about your whole system working in sync. Imagine two women, both in their early 70s. Let's call them Carol and Nancy. Carol stayed active. She walks daily, maybe does some yoga or gentle stretching, and if you asked her to lift one foot off the ground, she could hold it steady for a good 10, 15, even 20 seconds without a wobble. Now, Nancy, balance hasn't been a priority. If she tries to stand on one leg, she immediately teeters, arms flailing, needing to grab a counter or chair to stay upright. Nancy might chuckle it off as clumsy, but here's what she might be missing. That unsteadiness is often a flashing warning sign. It can signal weakening leg muscles, declining coordination, and even subtle changes in brain function that affect how your nerves talk to your muscles. Good balance isn't magic. It's a complex dance between strong legs, sharp eyesight, sensitive nerves in your feet telling your brain where you are in space, and a healthy nervous system processing it all lightning fast. If you've noticed yourself stumbling more often, feeling unsteady when you turn quickly, or constantly needing to hold onto walls or furniture for support, pay attention. It's your body asking for help. The fantastic news? Balance is incredibly trainable. You can rebuild it. Start simple. Next time you're brushing your teeth or waiting for the kettle, try standing on one leg. Hold onto the counter if you need to, at first. Aim for just 5 to 10 seconds per leg. Feel that wobble? That's your body learning. Other great exercises: practice walking heel to toe in a straight line, like you're on a tightrope, or explore gentle practices like Tai Chi, which is amazing for stability. Consistency is key. Just a minute or two a day makes a difference. Try this quick test right now. Stand up, make sure you're near something sturdy, lift one foot slightly off the floor. Can you hold it steady for 10 seconds without grabbing anything? If it's a struggle, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. Because investing a little time in your balance today pays massive dividends in strength, confidence, and independence for all your tomorrows. Moving on to sign number 4, your sleeping patterns. Let's talk about what happens when the lights go out. How well you sleep at night isn't just about feeling rested in the morning. Science shows it's a powerful indicator of your long-term health and longevity after 70. Think of sleep as your body's essential nightly maintenance shift. It's when critical repair happens, muscles rebuild, your immune system recharges and gets stronger, and your brain literally cleans house, flushing out toxins linked to memory problems. Studies tracking people over 70 reveal a clear pattern. Those who consistently get good quality, restorative sleep tend to live longer and stay healthier. On the flip side, people struggling with poor sleep, trouble falling asleep, waking up constantly throughout the night, or just never feeling rested, face higher risks. We're talking increased chances of memory issues, heart disease, high blood pressure, and a weakened immune system that leaves you more vulnerable. Picture Henry and Bill, both mid-70s. Henry has a solid sleep routine. He aims for around 7 hours most nights, falls asleep reasonably easily, sleeps through, and wakes up feeling genuinely refreshed and ready for the day. His mind stays sharp, his energy is steady. Bill, though? Sleep is a battle. He tosses and turns for ages, wakes up multiple times feeling anxious or needing the bathroom, and sometimes lies there frustrated for hours. Mornings are rough, he feels foggy, drained, and over time, he's noticed his blood pressure creeping up. Bill's poor sleep isn't just an annoyance, it's actively chipping away at his health. If you constantly wake up exhausted, struggle to fall asleep, or spend half the night staring at the ceiling, please don't dismiss it as just getting older. Your body is sending a clear signal. Poor sleep can be tied to stress, diet choices, lack of daytime activity, or underlying conditions like sleep apnea, where breathing stops and starts during sleep. The great news? You have real power to improve your sleep quality. Dim the lights, especially blue light power down phones, tablets, and TVs at least an hour before bed. That blue light tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime. Embrace routine. Try to go to bed and wake up around the same time, even on weekends. Consistency trains your internal clock. Seek morning sunlight. Getting natural light, especially in the morning, helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle. Watch evening meals. Avoid heavy, rich, or spicy foods close to bedtime. Create a sanctuary. Make your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Reserve the bed mainly for sleep. Sleep isn't a luxury, it's non-negotiable maintenance for your body and brain. Paying attention to your sleep quality and taking steps to fix it if it's broken is one of the most impactful things you can do for your long-term health and vitality. Alright, let's uncover sign number 5, your appetite and eating habits. What and how you eat after 70 isn't just about filling your stomach, it's one of the most powerful predictors scientists see for longevity. A healthy, consistent appetite coupled with a balanced, nutrient-rich diet acts like premium fuel. It keeps your muscles strong, your immune system fighting fit, and your energy levels sustained throughout the day. But here's the red flag: a sudden loss of appetite or slipping into poor eating habits isn't just a minor change, it can signal deeper health issues and actually speed up the aging process. Consider Margaret and Susan, both 74. Margaret genuinely enjoys her meals. She eats a variety of fresh fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains, takes pleasure in preparing food, and maintains a stable, healthy weight. She feels energized. Susan, however, has noticed her hunger just isn't what it used to be. She skips meals more often, grabs convenient processed snacks instead of cooking, and has lost weight without even trying. Susan might brush this off as just not being as hungry anymore, but what she might be missing is a crucial warning. Her dwindling appetite could indicate her body isn't absorbing nutrients properly anymore, a problem that can lead to muscle wasting, making her weaker, a slower metabolism, and a compromised immune system that struggles to fight off illness. This decrease in appetite isn't always just old age. It can be linked to digestive troubles, changes in taste or smell, hormonal shifts, side effects of medications, or even very early signs of cognitive decline. And when you're not eating enough nutrient-dense food, your body starts breaking down its own muscle for energy. This leads directly to weakness, increased frailty, and a much higher risk of debilitating falls and longer recovery times from illness. If you've noticed changes, feeling full super fast, losing interest in food you used to love, or seeing the scale dip unexpectedly, it's vital to pay attention. Don't just accept it. Eating well after 70 is strategic. Focus on packing in nutrients. Prioritize protein, crucial for maintaining muscle. Think fish, chicken, beans, eggs, yogurt, fiber, fruits, veggies, whole grains for digestion and heart health, and healthy fats, avocado, nuts, olive oil. Stay hydrated. Water is essential. And crucially, if your appetite has noticeably shrunk, talk to your doctor. It could be your body's way of highlighting something that needs support. Ask yourself honestly, are meals still enjoyable? Are you fueling your body with what it needs to stay strong? Or has eating become more of a chore? The choices you make at the table today directly shape how strong and independent you'll be tomorrow. Now, let's talk about sign number 6, your ability to handle stress. How you manage life's inevitable bumps and worries after 70 offers a surprisingly clear window into your longevity. Chronic, unmanaged stress isn't just a mood killer, it's a body killer. It weakens your immune defenses, hikes up your risk of heart disease and stroke, and literally accelerates cellular aging. Conversely, people who have developed effective ways to navigate stress tend to stay healthier, more mentally sharp, and more physically resilient well into their later years. Think about John and Richard, both 76. John faces challenges, health scares, family stuff, financial worries, just like anyone. But he's learned coping strategies. He practices deep breathing when things get tense, stays connected with friends for support, focuses on solutions, and consciously avoids dwelling on things he can't control. He processes stress and moves forward. Richard, however, gets stuck. He worries constantly about things outside his influence, feels overwhelmed by minor setbacks, and tends to spiral into negative thought patterns. Over time, this constant state of tension takes a physical toll. His blood pressure climbs, his sleep suffers, his energy plummets, and he just feels worn down. Why is Richard's approach so damaging? Long-term, unrelenting stress floods your body with inflammatory chemicals. Chronic inflammation is now linked to nearly every major age-related disease we fear: Alzheimer's, heart disease, diabetes, even some cancers. It's like constantly having your body's alarm system stuck in the on position. If you often feel tense, irritable, emotionally drained, or find yourself worrying endlessly, it's not just stressful, it's a genuine threat to your long-term health. The key is management, not elimination. Techniques like mindfulness meditation, focused deep breathing exercises, even just 5 minutes, regular physical activity, a powerful stress buster. Spending time in nature, or simply learning to reframe problems and focus on actionable solutions can make a monumental difference. Ask yourself, when life throws a curveball, do you find ways to adapt and regain calm, or does stress take the wheel? Your ability to manage your inner state is a critical pillar of a long, healthy life. Finally, we arrive at sign number 7, your social connections. This one might seem less physical, but the strength of your relationships is one of the clearest and most consistent predictors of a long life after 70, backed by decades of research. People with strong, positive social ties, whether through close family, lifelong friends, community groups, clubs, or volunteering, simply tend to live longer, healthier lives. Loneliness and isolation, on the other hand, carry a heavy toll. They're linked to significantly higher risks of heart disease, depression, accelerated cognitive decline, and even earlier mortality. Picture Eleanor and Barbara, both 78. Eleanor has an active social life. She calls friends regularly, participates in a weekly book club, enjoys visits with her grandchildren, and genuinely looks forward to her interactions. She laughs often and feels a sense of belonging. Barbara, however, has gradually become more isolated. Friendships faded over the years, she rarely reaches out to family, and spends most days alone. As time passes, she feels her mood darken, her motivation dip, and her overall health suddenly decline. She feels truly alone. This isn't just about feeling good. Human connection has direct, measurable biological effects. Positive social interaction reduces stress hormones, keeps your brain engaged and active, and triggers the release of feel-good chemicals like oxytocin that promote overall well-being and resilience. If you find yourself withdrawing, avoiding phone calls, or spending significantly more time alone than you used to, please recognize this as a critical sign. It's not about being the life of the party, it's about meaningful connection. Take small, manageable steps. Reach out to one old friend for a coffee chat. Join a local walking group, gardening club, or volunteer organization that aligns with an interest. Make a regular phone call date with a family member. Even brief, positive interactions count. The relationships you nurture aren't just about joy today, they are foundational to your health and longevity tomorrow. What if I told you your body is already whispering secrets about your future? Especially after hitting 70, every single year feels incredibly precious. And the fascinating truth is, science shows there are clear signals, subtle but powerful, that can give you a real glimpse into how many healthy, vibrant years you might have ahead. Think about it. You see folks in their 70s who are sharp, strong, full of energy, tackling life head-on. Then there are others who seem to slow down much faster, wrestling with health issues and constant fatigue. What's the real difference? Often, it boils down to a handful of key signs that researchers and doctors have consistently spotted in people who live the longest, healthiest lives. In this video, we're diving deep into 7 scientifically backed signs that can predict your longevity after 70. These aren't old wives' tales or wild guesses. They're real patterns, observed in real people, backed by real studies. Stick with me until the end because you might be overlooking some small, everyday things that could have a massive impact on your future. Once you recognize these signs, you'll have a much clearer picture of where you stand right now and, crucially, what positive changes you might need to make to potentially add more fulfilling years to your life. Ready? Let's uncover them. Okay, let's get straight to sign number 1, your walking speed. Now, this might surprise you. One of the strongest predictors of how long you might live after 70 isn't buried deep in complex genetic tests, hidden in your thick medical file, or even solely tied to that special diet you're trying. It's something incredibly simple and observable: how fast you walk. Multiple studies have shown something fascinating. People who maintain a steady, reasonably brisk walking pace in their 70s, 80s, and beyond tend to live significantly longer than those whose pace slows down dramatically. Why is walking speed such a big deal? Because it acts like a dashboard check for your whole system. It directly reflects your overall health, your muscle strength, how well your heart and blood vessels are working, that's cardiovascular function, and even the health of your brain. Your gait, your balance, your confidence in movement, it all ties together. Picture 2 guys, both 75. Let's call them Joe and Frank. Joe makes walking a daily habit. He keeps a good, steady clip, doesn't struggle crossing the street before the file, or even solely tied to that special diet your light changes, and climbs stairs without needing to pause for breath. His movements look fluid, balanced, and sure. Frank, though, he used to be active, but over the last few years, he's really slowed down. Keeping up with friends is tough. He needs frequent breaks just moving around the house, and sometimes he feels a bit wobbly on his feet. While Joe's pace is a green light suggesting his body's systems are humming along nicely, Frank's declining speed is a potential yellow or even red warning light. It could signal underlying issues creeping in, things like muscle wasting, sarcopenia, poor circulation, or maybe even the very early stages of neurological decline. Think of your legs as your body's foundation. When that foundation starts to weaken, when walking becomes slow or unsteady, your overall resilience takes a hit. It makes you more vulnerable. The fantastic news? Walking speed is one of the most actionable signs we'll talk about. It's something you can actively improve. The simple act of walking more helps you stay stronger. If you've noticed yourself slowing down, please don't just shrug it off as inevitable aging. Start making small, consistent efforts to rebuild that strength. Take more short walks, even around the house or garden. Consider using light hand weights while you walk. Do simple leg exercises, seated leg lifts, standing calf raises. Every bit helps. The bottom line? How fast you move through your daily life literally gives us clues about how long you will likely keep moving through life. So, pay attention to your pace. It might just be the easiest, most accessible check-in you can do on your longevity potential right now. Alright, moving on to sign number 2, your grip strength. Now, this one might make you look at your handshake differently. Believe it or not, the firmness of your grip isn't just about a good first impression. Research shows it's one of the clearest physical indicators of overall vitality and health in older adults. A strong, steady hand grip suggests you've got good underlying muscle mass, healthy circulation delivering blood where it's needed, and a nervous system that's firing on all cylinders, coordinating those muscles effectively. On the flip side, a weak grip, or one that's noticeably declining, can be a crucial early warning sign. It often points towards muscle loss throughout the body, increasing frailty, and a higher risk of serious health complications down the road. Let's consider Robert and Walter, both 78. Robert always took pride in his solid handshake. He stayed active, incorporated lightweight training or resistance bands into his routine, and never thought twice about opening stubborn jars or carrying a couple of heavy grocery bags. Then there's Walter. He started noticing that everyday tasks requiring hand strength were becoming real chores. Twisting off a bottle cap? A struggle. Holding onto a full shopping bag? His hand would ache or feel shaky. He probably brushed it off, thinking, just part of getting older. What Walter didn't realize was that his weakening grip was likely signaling a loss of muscle mass all over his body. This kind of decline makes someone much more prone to dangerous falls, injuries from minor accidents, and yes, studies link it to a shorter life expectancy. Your hands are like a visible gauge for your overall muscle health. If your grip is fading, it's a strong hint that your broader muscular system might be weakening too. And the more muscle strength you lose, the harder it becomes to stay independent, active, and bounce back from illness or injury. Here's more great news. Just like walking speed, grip strength is something you can rebuild. You don't need a fancy gym. Simple exercises can make a real difference. Try squeezing a tennis ball or stress ball repeatedly. Invest in a basic set of hand grippers, they're inexpensive. Even carrying light weights, like water bottles, while walking helps engage those forearm and hand muscles. So, there you have them, the 7 key signs science shows can predict longevity after 70, your walking speed, your grip strength, your balance, that one-leg stand, your sleep quality, your appetite and eating habits, how you handle stress, and the strength of your social connections. Take a moment. Reflect on where you stand right now with each of these. Are you moving with strength and confidence? Or have you noticed subtle shifts that might be your body whispering a warning? Here's the most empowering part. Nearly all of these signs are within your power to influence. Your future isn't set in stone. The choices you make today, choosing to walk a bit more, doing those simple grip exercises, prioritizing better sleep, reaching out to a friend, managing your stress, these actions have a profound cumulative impact. Don't wait for a health scare to be your wake-up call. Start making positive changes now, right where you are. Focus on improving the signs that resonate most with you. Remember, the ultimate goal isn't just adding years to your life, it's adding vibrant, healthy, independent life to your years. It's about living well, not just living long. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below, share just one thing you learned today that hit home, and one small step you might take because of it. Your insights are truly valuable to us and to this whole community. Reading your comments gives us incredible motivation to keep creating content that matters. If this video helped you see your health and longevity in a new light, please give it a thumbs up, it really helps. And if you want more videos like this, packed with science-backed insights for living your best, longest life, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Your support is what makes this channel possible. Thanks so much for watching. Take care of yourself, invest in those 7 signs, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Stay strong.